What's up, guys? It's your boy Luis, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at the creepiest, most scariest TikToks in the dark web. I went ahead and made a compilation, so let's go ahead and take a look at these videos. And remember, don't ever look at these by yourselves. This is just Luis IRL. Give me just one moment. Okay, I'm back. Alright, guys, sorry about that. Let's go ahead and get the party started. Alright, guys, let's get straight to it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, right? Alright, let's go ahead and get into it.
They lured a young girl into the woods and brutally killed her, sacrificing her to Satan. They believed that sacrificing a virgin to the devil would push their death metal band into fame. So they stabbed her several times in the head and neck with a hunting knife. So you might be thinking that I'm talking about the horror movie Jennifer's Body, but sadly, I am not. This is Elise Poller, and in 1995, she was violently killed by her 3 classmates. They were in a death metal band called Hatred. So many people think Elise's case is what inspired the movie Jennifer's Body, which is about an indie band who kidnaps and murders a girl who they believe is a virgin. They do this because they made a pact with the devil to sacrifice a virgin, all in hopes of becoming a super famous band. But after the ritual fails, they realize that she wasn't actually a virgin, and that mistake is what turns her into this demonic, violent creature who goes on a gory killing spree. While the creator of this movie has never flat out said that Elise's case in real life is what inspired them to write this movie, many people think that the details are too similar to ignore. And I think more people should know the real meaning and symbolism behind Jennifer's Body. So let's talk about it. So like I said, this is Elise Poller. She was only 15 years old when she was suddenly and violently killed in 1995. Elise was a freshman at Arroyo Grande High School in California, and she was described as a vivacious girl with a dramatic flair. She was also super creative, so every single dress she owned was designed and sewed by her. She was incredibly talented, and she had so much life ahead of her that she never got to live, all because of these 3 guys. This is Royce Casey, who at the time was 17 years old. This is Jacob DeLashmit, who was 16, and this is Joseph or Joe Fiorella, who was 15. They all
That is insane. Honestly, to be honest, that is sad how people literally to go ahead and jump to stardom, to get the fame, to get the recognition that they want. They feel like they have to go ahead and kill somebody. And you know what? This is crazy. I heard that sometimes, like in the Illuminati or whatever, thing you want to call it, that Hollywood will literally make you, like kill the person that loves you the most or kill the person that you love the most. So it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to see these type of things because, they go off of the emotion. They go literally jump off of your emotion and what you're feeling in order to further their agenda or feed whatever spirit they're trying to feed. I don't know. That's insane.
I am absolutely shocked at this house. Like, nothing could have prepared me for it. It's in Tacoma, Washington, and at first I thought, not a bad place for the price. I saw this picture, I thought, okay, small bathroom, kind of a weird window placement, but whatever, no big deal. Until I scrolled to this picture. And I kid you not, my jaw hit the floor. That is a whole ass decomp stain. Hello? Nowhere in the listing does it explain what this is. I even took it upon myself to look up the address. Nothing. Couldn't find anything. And then they just continue on, never addressing the elephant in the room. I don't know if Washington is one of those states where they don't have to disclose what horrific events have taken place in the house that you want to buy. This is the description if you want to pause and read, but again, nowhere in here does it explain what's going on, but that picture speaks for itself. I mean, I am absolutely...
That is insane. That is literally a whole body right there that was on the floor and just decomposed. And they literally don't disclose anything about it. I mean, the house looks nice. The house looks beautiful, but honestly, that little detail right there I would not even buy the house unless I was very desperate. If I was very desperate, maybe I'd buy the house. Who knows? But I mean, that little detail, it's crazy how those little details are what literally and make or break a deal. I would not buy it. I would not buy it.
Yo, I'm not religious by any means. Never been to church a day in my life, right? Look at this car that I picked up last night off of 84. Burnt to a crisp. Everything gone. The only fucking thing in the car that didn't burn are the Bibles that are in the trunk.
Wow.
And only the outside of the pages are touched. Y'all want to see some spooky shit? That shit is weird as fuck. Yo, I'm not religious by...
Wow, like you said, only the outside pages were touched, but you can still read it. You can still get the whole knowledge on it. God is great, I guess. I mean, God is great, you know, but that's insane right there. That is insane. God is good, I guess, you know. God is great.
I don't think anyone realizes how insane the security
World Cup security
is about to be in this year's World Cup. Not only because a host is in an active war with one of the participants for the first time in history, but also because it's set to become the largest sporting event ever held. So, in the US, AI is going to be used to scan the stadium in real time to detect any crowd anomalies. Their gates are going to make use of facial recognition, fingerprint checks, and smart surveillance systems. The FAA has declared no-fly zones over every single stadium, training ground, and hotel where the teams are staying at. But in case people don't listen, they're either going to fine them $100,000 if they see a drone, and they have specific takedown teams ready to shoot anything down if necessary. Oh, and here's one that's going to make you mad. Water bottles, hard containers, and a long list of noise-making items are expected to be restricted inside the stadiums. So sorry, South Africa, no vuvuzelas. Over in Canada, literal fighter jets, likely armed with missiles and machine guns, are going to patrol over venues in Vancouver and Toronto. Meanwhile, in Mexico, they're deploying 100,000 security personnel, 2,000 military and civilian vehicles, 24 aircraft, including Black Hawk choppers, anti-drone systems, and even robot dogs to support law enforcement. So the question is this going to be the most dangerous or safest World Cup ever? I don't think anyone...
I don't know. It's like, I think they just went all out. I think the whole security budget they had for the country, they just spent it all on the World Cup. That is insane. Anti-aircraft personnel or gunfire. They got robot dogs. They got freaking jets. They got fingerprint scanning for a game? That's insane.
Watch this.
Look at Taylor Swift's reaction when God is mentioned. She has sold her soul to Satan, guys.
I want to thank my manager, James. I want to thank my producer, Ryan, for making the best music ever. Shout out all the other nominees in this category. I want to thank my label, 10K Capital, for always supporting me. And of course, God. Without God, none of this would be possible. Shout out the Bronx.
Taylor Swift almost ruined her career because she should have never reacted like that in front of the cameras. During the event where Taylor was filmed, you can hear Ice Spice speaking and starting her speech after her performance. Then she thanks the audience and thanks God for what she has today. But that's when Taylor's face changes and shows us something strange, an expression that looked like she was in complete disagreement with what had just been said, and that's when it becomes disturbing. Taylor Swift has called herself Christian for a very long time. She has always shown it publicly. So why would simply hearing the word God trigger that kind of reaction? You can clearly see it wasn't an uncomfortable look. It was a look of rejection. You know very well that in this industry, the level of power she has doesn't come for free. There is always a price, and this video shows it clearly. First, facial reactions can't really be controlled. Taylor Swift showed her real face that day, and everyone forgot about it. Watch this.
That is insane. The way that she reacted, as soon as they said God, she was like, I ain't want nothing to do with it. That is insane. I can't believe that she did that. Honestly, if I was a supporter of Taylor Swift, I would just be like, she's a Satanist. She's a Satanist. Off the bat, guys. All right, let's go on to the next video, guys.
The Disney cruise ship child trafficking ring is so much...
Disney cruise ship child trafficking ring is so much deeper than you think.
much deeper than you think. If you haven't heard, a Disney cruise ship was raided in a massive child exploitation sting, and 10 Disney employees were arrested. But it is so much deeper than that. Let's start in 2022. Disney employees and former judge among 108 arrested in human trafficking sting. That must be a coincidence though, right? 2021, parents sue Disney Cruise Line for $20 million over alleged essay of 3-year-old daughter. 2019, Disney cruise worker charged with 13-year-old girl. 2014, Disney Cruise Line fails to promptly report essay of 11-year-old girl. Wow. This has happened so many times that when the news reports arrests, they just say another Disney Cruise Line worker arrested. But there's no way that the same company with ties to Epstein could possibly be running some kind of child trafficking ring, right? That has to just be a crazy coincidence, right? I don't know. I could be wrong, but unfortunately, I don't think I am.
That is insane. Honestly, I myself, before I saw this video, I did not even know or feel like Disney would even still be, be continuing as a business. I would think that they'd be shut down for these allegations right here. If your employees are literally, doing those type of things to kids, then I would not even feel like comfortable taking my child, let alone letting them hug one of those kids or one of those characters in the Disneyland thingies.
We're not just a story.
Hantavirus cruise chaos exposed as actor performance.
We're not just headlines.
The man claiming to be a panicked passenger has been confirmed to be an actor. Many believe this may have been a deliberate attempt to create panic and drive views. Jack Rosmarin posted a video on the Hantavirus cruise that looked like a complete breakdown. In the footage, he's wearing green and reciting his lines word for word, but sharp-eyed viewers noticed that he was clearly reading from a script. His facial expressions and hand movements were precise, every gesture seemingly rehearsed. Even the reactions of the passengers around him, the screaming and shocked expressions, were almost perfectly timed, making it look staged. What's even more striking is how similar this is to his previous involvement in COVID-19 promotional campaigns, the same style of acting, precise lines, and deliberate body movements. Adding to the suspicion, his sister Rachel Rosmarin works at a public health and emergency preparedness company. Many are speculating that this video may have been a calculated effort to generate both panic and viral content. On social media, viewers are furious, debating whether the virus incident was real or deliberately staged for content. Some argue this goes beyond mere acting. It's a mix of public fear and online attention grabbing. What do you think? Was this a genuine panic or a carefully orchestrated performance? Share your thoughts in the comments.
I swear, when I watched that video, because I watched the news when that video came on, I was like, this guy's like either really feminine or something, because he's literally like about to cry. Like, he didn't mention he has kids or nothing, but the only reason I would cry is if my kids were like freaking about to pass away or something. But he looked way too freaking scared, way too scared. Really acting like a girl right there, man. I don't know. But with that being said, man, I don't know. It's up to you guys. You guys decide. I think it's pretty scummy that he's an actor. He just wanted to get views.
Well, this rabbit hole just got a lot deeper.
It's a ghost ship. This isn't happening. My summer plans will go as planned. I am not a part of this timeline.
So, if you've been following this, you will see that there's not a lot of people posting anything about it that are actually on the cruise ship. In fact, there's 2 people, right? That Jake guy, and then there's another guy. Both of them are travel vloggers, right? And Jake, we found out, actually works for the company, which was not disclosed. Then there's this anonymous Spanish guy who spoke to El País magazine. That's where we got the 23 number and all that, right? So I'm on his page, and I had saw a proposal thing where for 2 years he spent everywhere he traveled. Well, this rabbit hole just got a lot deeper. So if you've been following this, you will see that there's not a lot of people posting anything about it that are actually on the cruise ship. In fact, there's 2 people, right? That Jake guy, and then there's another guy. Both of them are travel vloggers, right?
That's insane. I can't believe that. There's only been 2 people that have been posting on it, and it's like a worldwide epidemic, but only 2 people. Everybody has a cell phone. Everybody has a cell phone. Why aren't other people posting?
This is a highly contagious virus between humans. And
India says it's contained Nipah virus outbreak as Asian countries ramp up screening.
It's often deadly. The 2 cases of Nipah virus were detected in India in the state of West Bengal, but there are concerns the outbreak could spread. The virus has a fatality rate of 40 to 75%, according to the World Health Organization. So it's deadlier than the COVID virus, and there's no vaccine for Nipah. So authorities in India are taking no chances. At the same time, several airports across Asia, in Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong, they're taking steps to screen passengers for any symptoms. Nipah is a zoonotic virus that's transmitted from animals, usually fruit bats. It doesn't spread easily to humans, and it can also come from contaminated food. But when it does, it initially hits like the flu, then worsens, and experts say pneumonia and other respiratory symptoms can develop. But the most serious complication is encephalitis, or inflammation of the brain. The WHO says the fatality rate has a lot to do with the country's capacity to test, trace, and treat those infected. In India, authorities have quarantined nearly 200 people who may have come into contact with the 2 infected. It's the first time in nearly 20 years that India has had cases, but they believe the outbreak is now contained. Still, it's a situation that U.S. health officials are monitoring very closely. The CDC says they're ready to assist if needed. This is a high...
That is insane. You got Nipah virus, you got Hana virus, you got coronavirus, you got so many viruses, and it's just crazy. Where are these viruses coming from? Who is letting these viruses break out of their labs? Like, seriously, it is insane. Oh my God, it's got such a high fatality rate, way higher than freaking coronavirus. Oh my God.
Bro, 2026 needs to chill out. India are now battling an outbreak of a virus called Nipah, and it's triggered so much concern that various countries across Asia like Nepal, Taiwan, and Thailand have reintroduced screening procedures at their airports so it doesn't enter their countries. When will it end? Now, this comes after hundreds of people were potentially exposed to this disease at a private hospital in West Bengal earlier this month. And while Nipah virus isn't anything new and it's been around for decades, it's causing concern because of its high death rate ranging from 40 to 75%. And even worse, there is zero treatment or cure for it. But the good news is that it isn't as contagious as other airborne diseases. It can only be spread amongst humans through close contact like bodily fluid or exposure to infected animals. That being said, the WHO does list this as part of their top priority diseases. So yeah, India, please, we're counting on you to take care of this one. Bro, 2026 needs to...
That is insane. India's got such an outbreak of it. I cannot believe it. But yeah, I mean, the way that they're handling it, same way I would handle it, they should get a freaking vaccine for it. There is no vaccine for this Nipah virus.
Just moments ago, we learned aliens have visited Earth, and they include bipedal aliens, meaning aliens with 2 feet, and plasmoids, which are blobs of energy, according to a high-ranking military whistleblower. This high-ranking military whistleblower also says he was getting information from spies, American spies, about other countries retrieving crashed UFOs. At one point, this high-ranking military member met with a congressional committee under top-secret conditions, and a congressman unsuccessfully tried to interrupt the meeting. Bureaucrats also tried to retaliate against this one specific high-ranking military whistleblower after he testified about aliens to Congress. Donald Trump has ordered the declassification and release of the UFO files, and that began last month on May 8. We are expecting more to come out as the year goes on. Just moments ago, we learned
Wow, that is insane. I cannot believe that they are going through that.
For the love of God, I need help. I got home 2 hours ago, and there's a limb just floating in the air. And I've been all over Google. I can't figure out for the life of me what the hell is going on. It's just... Hold on. It's just floating there. As far as I zoom in on here. But I can't figure it out. It's just floating.
Wow, that is insane. It's literally glitched right there. Well, this is it for the video, guys. I hope you guys had a great day. Make sure to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. And this has been Just Luis IRL.